All right, chat. You know what time it is? It's your favorite time. Looking at some Overwatch TikToks. Let's get it. Whoops. Hello? Okay, here we go. What in the console? Okay, I agree Roadhog is a little too much right now, but I don't know if that's the clip I'd show people to see it. Let's check the comments. Bastion is OP. You should just buff Roadhog and add him like 300 HP more. You know what's funny is people were saying this, and this was before like he started really becoming hard meta. Because Zarya was still pretty good. But also I love that I can put these full screen now. This is new. I like this.
I wish I could like use the skull emoji IRL when people tell me it's easy to rank up at Soldier 76. Like sure, he's a straightforward character that's easy to pick up, and you don't need insane aim to consistently pump out damage with him. But that only matters in lower ranks where healers suck. In ranks that are Diamond Plus, you need kills to get value from your damage. Big damage numbers don't mean much when you can't secure any kills. Of course, Widow, Cassidy, Ashe, Hanzo, etc. are difficult in their own ways too, but any player can get a lucky double dink or a lucky headshot and just delete one or two people from the enemy team and change the entire direction of it.
So like this isn't wrong, but it's not right. Like the explanation's correct, but the premise behind it is wrong. Like Soldier's actually really pretty decent. Soldier is still just the best DPS in the game, which is just a better Soldier. But the point is, though, what I think what they're trying to say is to lower ranked players, they see, okay, this actually happens all the time, right? People come into my chat and they're like, Flats, what the f, dude? I just had a game where I played Soldier 76 and I had 67,000 damage and I lost. I can't win with these teammates. You know what they're doing? They're just sitting there shooting the tanks the entire time. And then both the supports on lower rank supports sit there just AFK and just stick their guns as far up the tank's ass as it physically can go. And both tanks do, or both supports do that to both the tanks. And then both the DPS shoot at the tanks and everyone just farms numbers, dude. It's like the stock market. Everyone's farming numbers the whole way through. It makes no sense. The way Soldier's good is because his mobility, his sustained damage on targets that are not getting healed, and the key is target priority. Now, Overwatch 1 taught people always kill the supports first. Well, actually, supports are kind of hard to kill now, because if they pocket each other, you're never going to kill them. So actually, I actually think the new idea of Overwatch 2 is to kill the DPS first. I think the DPS die first. You win fights like 99% of the time. That's at least my personal opinion in my experience, as I've seen in like GM Top 500. But then again, Sojourn's dominating the game, so I'm mostly looking to kill Sojourns, so I guess that's a little bit different, but...
of a team fight. How many times have you complained about a Cassidy or a Hanzo getting lucky headshots on you, even though you see their
People complain about Cassidy other than his Predator missile?
aim in the kill cam, and it's a shaky mess. It happens almost every game. Now, how many times have you complained about a Soldier getting a lucky one clip on you? Literally never. Because lucky one clips don't exist. The insane difficulty of having consistent one clips is severely understated because of how easy it looks. But I promise you it only looks easy. I wish I could like...
I mean, the premise behind it isn't wrong. Like, the actual logic behind it isn't wrong. It's just... it is also slightly wrong. Like, it's... And there's... Okay, so there's a top 500... There is someone in top 500 for every character, like a one trick of every character in top 500. You can go through the top 500 leaderboard, you'll find one. Absolutely. So, I don't know. Anyways.
How are you dying? Your healers can't be that bad.
You shot at them. I don't know about that. You're not going to get their attention, though. Like, your teammate shooting isn't going to get people's attention.
How are you dying? Your healers
like, dude, this is so stupid.
Can't be that bad.
This is so stupid. I hate these. I hate these so much. I hate these so much. The entitlement is crazy. Yes, should the Mercy be pocketing the Winston? No. But did I see that right? The Moira was in spawn. So the Moira was dead. So you have your Mercy that's trying to kill everybody at once. So typically, if you're the way you actually play Mercy is Mercy's typically pocket DPS characters because the damage boost is genuinely the best part of Mercy's kit, along with Rez being able to bring back picked off teammates at the start of team fights, making any type of entry frags basically useless. It's extremely impactful. That being said, though, this fight's obviously been going on for a while because people are literally respawning. So your Moira is not there to heal your Winston, which playing Moira Winston is already a little bit suspect, but considering your aim and considering your attitude, I wouldn't say this is very high elo. But yeah, anyways, though, stop being a little bitchy bitch. Like, sometimes other shit happens. Your teammates aren't Overwatch League players because clearly you're not an Overwatch League player. You're not top tier. They're not going to be top tier. Drop the
How are
fucking
you dying
ego.
your healers?
Oh, Lucio. I like this.
Why is that off by default? Yeah, this guy's actually going to be a hell of fun. I haven't really gone through his stuff yet, but yeah, I can see this being a hell of fun. Okay. Well, yeah, I can see myself dying a lot with this, though. This is the one thing that annoys me, is that it's so different to Bloodhunt's sort of like wall climbing thing, and I've got to unlearn what I know from Bloodhunt so I can learn what I'm doing here. What do you mean backwards Lucio wall ride? Allow backwards wall ride? Yeah, why would I not want that? So why would you?
Yeah, that being off by default is genuinely one of the stupidest things I've ever heard of. Also, chat, what is he talking about for Bloodhunt? What is that?
Ride. Why would you not want that on? That's so useful. Why is that off?
Yeah, and okay. You know, maybe one day I'll make a settings video and I'll go through every character's settings of mine, and I'll tell you what my settings are. If that's what if people are interested in that. Maybe I'll do that sometime. Because I feel like there's a lot of settings in Overwatch. Like, for example, Sojourn, I have the I have the primary fire and secondary fire flipped. For Kiriko, I also have the primary fire and secondary fire flipped because left click flick shots feel much more natural to me than right click flick shots. And there's also other things like the Lucio wall ride. Kiriko, you have a thing, it's on by default basically, so you throw all 5, technically 10 of your papers. You can make it so you can actually control it, so you can end up only throwing 2 or only sending 3 or 4 or 2, 4 or 6 or whatever it might be. So maybe that's something I'll do in the future. But yeah, that is off by default, and I don't understand why. Ooh, Season 2 support meta. I'm interested.
What's going on, guys? Lucid here. It's a new season, which means a new ranked meta, and today, I'm telling you what supports you need to learn if you want to climb the ranks. At S tier, Kiriko is still the staple of the support line. Her cleanse is still the best ability in the game, and her survivability is off the charts. Lucio is one option to complement Kiriko. He helps by speeding the Roadhog around the map. Speed is also a solid tempo ult and can get you out of some sticky situations. And
they say Mercy, I'm going to give it to him. I would say Lucio is actually more of an A tier now, but
on top of that, he can get some frag potential in. Now, a third option for S tier may sound crazy, but Mercy, when
bingo! Hey, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Duoed with a good DPS player is actually really, really good right now. Especially with Sojourn, because she allows Sojourn to one-shot with her railgun. Rez is still solid, and her movement can actually be pretty tricky to lock down, especially at lower ranks. In A tier, we have Baptiste, Ana, and Moira. In B tier, we have Zenyatta and Brig.
So Zen, I'd actually argue could be A if we're gonna say, if we say Moira. The only thing I would disagree with is I say Moira is B, Zen is A. Reason for that being is because Hog is meta. When Hog is meta, Orisa's also meta. So you have Hog is hard meta right now, but then you also have Orisa. Orisa shits on Hog. So you have a lot of Hogs and Orisas. What is good against both of those? Zen, because you can sit back, put Discord on the tank. They have no shield. And basically the way Orisa stays alive is just by cycling her cooldowns. If she runs out of buttons to hit, she's easy to kill. Otherwise, she's impossible to kill. And Roadhog will have to go for his hooks and stuff. So while he's looking for the hooks and he's walking on, while looking for the hook somewhere, you put a Discord on him, start hitting him. Then while he goes for the hook, even if he hooks a teammate, you still get a bunch of free headshots. Zen can be really, really effective. So other than that, like, it's good.
And last is Mercy when she's not pocketing a DPS, such as Sojourn, Ashe, Soldier, etc.
Yeah, I mean, that's just if you don't know how to play the character. Sorry, but Zen just isn't remotely as bad as Brig. Okay, so this is going to probably piss a lot of people off. Brig is actually a big sleeper pick right now. Brig Ana could end up actually becoming meta if Roadhog gets nerfed. If Roadhog gets nerfed really, really hard, you might actually end up seeing Brig Ana meta as a possibility. So Brig is actually being heavy slept on, and the reason for that is because Lucio's good. So you don't have Lucio and Brig be meta at the same time. They don't really do that. because Lucio's still good, even though he's not getting played as much as Mercy Kiriko. That's the only reason why. Anna's S2 sleep and anti makes such an amazing kit. Yeah, but that's just bias. That doesn't that's her kit. That doesn't make her S. Anna's S easily what? Oh god. See, there's no point in arguing with it. Don't argue with the NPCs. They're like feral.
Learn Sigma in 1 minute with this guide. Sigma is the hardest tank in Overwatch 2 because he has insane carry potential and survivability with precise
Okay, I'll hear you out.
cooldown usage. Sigma thrives on maps with long angles, like here.
Yes. Kinda. Yes. Kinda. Yeah, kinda. No. Kinda. Okay.
With long angles, like here, here, and here.
I don't know about this first one.
Long angles.
This first
Sigma
one.
thrives
That first
on maps
one's a
with
little,
long angles, like
little-
here,
Why would you not just play high ground? I feel like high ground's way, but like there's two options here. You play this corner and just be an absolute like asshat and just like force them out, or you play high ground.
here, here,
Agreed.
and here. Sigma is
I don't know that, but like this is okay. This is why I'm a little suspect of this one. Like you're showing two angles from like 2 feet away from each. Okay, I'll
Sigma
hear you
is
out.
weak on tight maps where the enemy can blitz into your face. Sig's orbs and rock can give you a slight jump, so use this to get better position or a surprise kill.
Okay. Yep.
Avoid draining your shield by playing hard on corners and never let it drop
Yep.
down to 0 HP or it will stay broken for 5 seconds. Sig playing in the open versus Sig playing on a corner. Sig's
Yep.
Eat has a 12-second cooldown, so you want to be able to weave it in between your shield usage, aka shield, eat, shield. Sig's rock does 100 damage.
That one I disagree with. You can actually play super aggressive and hold W with Sigma, and then use your suck to get out. Or press in if you really think you're actually going to be good. Suck is more of a bailout ability, I think, more than a rotational.
So hitting your rock, then landing both orbs directly will one-shot any 200 HP target. Or you can save it to stun major ults like Enemy Flux or High Noon. Sigil can clutch any fight, so use it when you know you can secure kills or your team will be able to follow up. Here's a bad flux. Here's a good flux. In a Sig mirror, there are ways to get the upper hand. Here's an example of me using my cooldowns to kill my mirror. Learn Sigma in 1 minute.
Okay, this is like 90 times better than most things I see. I just have like some small problems with it, but I'm interested to see what people say. Overall, it's pretty good. No bro said Sigma is harder than Doom. Doom is legit the hardest character to master in the game, and it's been that way since release. Also, look at the Doom photo, and their thing is your mom. That is the most Doomfist player thing I've ever seen. That was, although I do kind of agree, the tier list is probably the worst thing I've seen out of this. I would say in terms of like actual difficulty, like to truly master, Doom is probably S tier. I'd probably put Junker Queen like in the A because like you need to hit everything to be good with her. Ball being A is, I mean, if you're talking like all his techs, sure. If you're talking about just to get value on him, I don't know if I'd agree. I'd actually put Winston at least in A. Even though Winston mechanically isn't very hard, it's much more mental, and much more like, you know, about that kind of stuff. The rest of the list isn't terrible. I would put D.Va in A. Ryan actually. Okay, so honestly, this is a little tough. I think Ryan actually goes in A as well. Not because it was mechanical, because it's mostly difficulty. Orisa is solid B. I would put Zarya in a solid B. Hog would be a solid C. I don't think any of the tanks are F tier difficulty. Like if you just pick them, you all automatically win. Like you pick Hog and you win mostly because like you just get so much value because the character's broken. But you still have to know how to play the character. Like you don't know how to play the character. It doesn't play itself. It's not like Release Break. It's very different. But anyways though, next. I think Sigma is harder than Doom. Yeah, the tier list. The tier list got a lot of people going, but it also could be comment bait. So who knows?